All right, the almighty question. Do we need, all right, or the need for IPv6? Of course we need IPv6. The people say who don't need IPv6 are the people that are just going to stay small. They don't want to upgrade. They don't want to do nothing. They're scared of change. All right, well, stop being scared. Get rid of your fear because IPv6 is here. Ah, I didn't know I can rhyme, huh? Bigger address space. That's the basics. We know this. 340 undecillion addresses. I've said this a million times. Grain of salt, grain of sand, okay? Fill up the sun. That's how many IPv6 addresses are there. Are we going to be running out? No. 15 quintillion addresses per network. Come on. I mean, you see all these billionaires, whether they go to, I mean, the Walmart family, the Waltons, they're worth, together, they're worth 250 billion. We're talking about undecillion and quintillion. Can't beat that. So, but that allows us to really do a real hierarchy because with IPv4, it was just throwing things out there, putting whatever addresses. Here we're actually building. That's why IPv6 is taking or so long of a time that to come out to the real world because they're actually creating a hierarchy, all right, of the addresses. So the routers have less routing to do. That's the whole point because you got core routers that are out there on the internet. They are just handling thousands or hundreds of thousands of routes and they're dying. All right. There's an improved header. What does that do? Well, it brings efficiency, flexibility, and other features that they have in there. Okay. The IPv4 header for being a 32-bit address is twice the size of an IPv6 header. It really is. Okay. So the IPv6 header is more efficient. There's a little thing out there where it's less secure due to certain things, but we'll talk about it when we talk about ICMP. Okay. And then there's new types of addresses, obviously. The biggest one is the anycast, the one to nearest address, right? Which you can put the same exact address on many end devices. No broadcast. Yes, no more broadcast in IPv6. So remember every time we ping, we had to wait for that one, request timeout because of the ARP. Well, there is none of that with IPv6. There's none of that. All right, which is good. And then we have auto configuration, which you don't have to worry about the interface ID portion of the address, which is, think of it as the host side. Okay, just put that analogy. The interface ID is like the host side of it. Okay, so we can actually do it automatically. All right, where it's going to use the MAC address of the interface of the router, wherever that particular IP address is at, and it's going to pad the middle of that address because the MAC address is only 48 bits. We need a 64-bit address. So it'll take that MAC address plus the triple FE, that padding, and put it smack in the middle to turn it into a 64-bit address. So we're going to go ahead and configure that as well. So this is the need that we have because all these features that it brings is incredible. Just the fact with the EUI 64, the anycast address, we're going to have a real hierarchy. All right. Yes, the bigger the address space, that's fine. But the efficiency portion of IPv6 is really the one because everything in there is built in for a 64-bit. All right. So everything's going to run a lot faster within IPv6 than it ever did with IPv4, even though the header is smaller. The point is more straight to the point. It took out all the fluff. Okay, that's the whole thing. You can put it back in if you want. It allows you to do that, but they took it all out and just put in what's needed. Okay, which is really, really good. Makes it a lot more efficient, especially when it comes to the addressing part of the particular address. So yes, is there a need for IPv6? Yes. Embrace it, love it, want it, because it's going to stay. All right, so you might as well learn it. All it is just take time, sit down, get past your fears, and do what you need to do because there's nothing scary out there. IPv6 is not going to eat you up. Okay? So with all that said, I'll see you guys in the next.